Hi everybody, Lori here for Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun, colorful, geometric project to share with you using products from the latest Beautiful Days release with Says Stamp. I'm going to start with one of my favorite products from the release, the 5 squares die set. It gives you 5 squares. You can also buy one that's just one single square. You could do the same thing that I'm doing. All you need in life is a simple square die. What can you do with a square die? What can you not do with a square die? I'll tell you what, it brings me a ton of joy. I think you can just come up with 1,000,001 geometric. If you like, see, I'm inspired by quilting, even though I don't quilt, but I love the designs. And okay, by the way, let's just talk about the card. Okay, these are all little scraps of some of the delicious new Concord 9th solid color cardstock. Some of these are new colors, some are the old colors, but you can buy like a sampler pack at Says Stamp and it'll give you all of these colors, and you only need a little square of it, and I'll tell you what, the colors are heavenly together. So as you can see, I'm doing kind of two-tone. Every square is going to get a darker shade and a lighter shade. And what was I talking about before? Oh yeah, quilting. I don't make quilts, but quilts inspire me, the patterns. And you can do a lot of things with squares that are inspired by quilts. I'm taking the little mini guillotine trimmer, and I'm going to take the lightest square in each of the little groupings and trim it corner to corner. So this will create a little triangle that I'm going to just kind of fit right over top of the darker square. This is really easy to do. You just line, especially with the guillotine, but you could also do it with a regular trimmer. You just make sure that your corners are lined up with the edge of the trimmer thingy majiggy. I don't know what all the parts are called, but I find this to be very easy to get nice, precise results. You could even take this a step further and cut that triangle in half again, and that'll make a little quarter triangle, and just the possibilities go on and on. I am using some of these little Says Stamp foam squares. You know, I've never really been a foam square type of gal. I usually buy the big mama roll, you know, but ever since these little foam squares came out, and I love that they have 2 different thicknesses, I'm using the thinner ones here because I wanted a little dimension, but not too much. And it just adds a little interest, a little bit of shadow. That extra triangle popped up on that darker square. So these little foam squares are perfect for this kind of job, but you could also just use tape runner or liquid glue and adhere the little triangle flat onto the square. It still would look fabuloso. Okay, so I'm working my way through the triangle rainbow and popping these up and just having a day. Now, what are all these colors called? This is called lemongrass. Popping that up on avocado. Buttercup popped up on, I think that's stardust. I'm not going to remember all the names, but buy the sampler pack. It'll give you all the colors that you ever wanted and more. Also, Says Stamp has a great sampler pack as well. You could do something similar to this, just slightly different shades. Okay, so I have a standard A2 size card base here, a white one. I'm just lining these up, trying to get some even spacing, see how they fit on this card. The design is a little taller than it is wider, so you're going to have extra white space on the sides, which is fine. Now, I did put some regular foam, like my Big Mama Roll foam tape, on the back of these. You know what? Sometimes I get going and I'm popping everything up under the sun. Now, here's a great little tool that helps me so much, is the little mini T-square ruler. This made this job so much easier to get it straight and spaced. And, you know, back in the day, I'm doing the redneck eyeball it technique. And now that I got that T-square ruler, mama's meaning business. Okay, now you need a sentiment. Have I thought of it? No, but you could do anything. So I pulled out this From All of Us stamp set. This is a new one. Came out in the Beautiful Days release. I love this sentiment, From All of Us, how that R drops down and the U goes up. It's kind of graphic and modern, but there's a lot of other sentiments that could fit as well. Also just a word die. Love a good old word die when you don't know what else to do. I'm going to emboss this From All of Us on a little piece of vellum. Going to emboss it in white. Another new tool that I never thought I needed, but have fallen head over heels for, is this new Says Stamp powder brush embossing tool. I've been using the magic powder bag for a decade, and I thought, I don't need a brush tool, but when I got this one, I was like, what have I been doing? What have I been doing? This is fantastic. Okay, so I stamped this, I believe, 3 times. I used to stamp things twice to make it nice, but I bumped it up to stamp it thrice to make it suffice. Pouring on some Says Stamp white embossing powder, and I have my heat gun going, getting nice and hot. So by the time I am ready to put this on the vellum, it doesn't take but a second to heat up. And holding it with those Says Stamp tweezers, using the coordinating die to cut this out. I'll hold that down with that pink Easy C tape. Take it off camera, run it through the die cutting machine. And then, okay, here's the thing about vellum. You have to be strategic. If you want to pop it up or adhere it at all, you got to be strategic. And I put little slivers of foam tape behind the white embossing so you won't see the adhesive. I pop that up right in the center. I add a few little, what are these, little clear droplets. I love this new embellishment wand by Says Stamp as well. Love that for placing my little embellishments. And there you have it. Clean, graphic, colorful, a great card to give to somebody from all of us. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at SimonsSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.